Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the paper forget-me-not flowers and add them to a graduation cap. Please like this video below and please subscribe to my channel. First, you need to cut your flower pattern onto blue cardstock paper. I ended up painting some gouache paint to better match the forget-me-not flowers because I only had either navy dark blue or baby blue solid paper, so feel free to closely match the color you like. After the flowers are cut, I traced the sides of the petals with this white marker I'll link below. You could wait till I finish these and see where you need to add the lines exactly, since you probably can't tell where the pattern is here. If you follow just the sides of the petals, it basically draws this star in between the petals. I also like to add extra lines in between on some of them just to get some variety. I'm making enough to decorate the graduation cap, so I'll be making a lot, but I would say you only need 10 to 15 of them for a single stem, and even less if you just want to add as an accent to your bouquet with other paper flowers. Once the marker is dry, you could pull off your pattern, and now you can see where the white lines are, and you should be able to see the small hole in the center that also came with the pattern. I like to stack a few at a time to shape them. I curl the petals in and curl the tips out. They are very small, so you could just add the shape to every other petal just to make sure it's not flat like a paper. Then cut out the same amount of flowers to the center pattern on this yellow paper. These look like a trapezoid shape with longer end having tiny scallops. I make the short side on top and the scallop side on the bottom, and use this metal shaping stick at the tiniest section and curl it in. Since this metal stick is thinner on one side, the shape naturally curls in like a cone. You could also use a toothpick if you don't have this tool. Then grab the opposite side of the scallop and use the tool to help curl the scallops back, and you could see this tiny small yellow flower forming. Sorry about the camera having a hard time focusing in because these flowers are so small. I tried to make them as small as possible, and you could always try making them a little bit bigger and in a variety of sizes. Then take the yellow flower and insert into the center hole of the blue flower. I like to work in batches, so I would say shape all the blue flowers, then shape all the yellow flowers, then insert them. Then work on this green bottom leaves. I match up the two ends and it will have this tab on the side left over. Wrap up that tab and it should look kind of like a cone on the bottom as well. Open up that tab again and add the glue on the tab and glue it down. Do this to a handful of them, and once you have a few ready, take the stick to help open up the cone so it looks more like a cone, and then poke a hole into the bottom. It doesn't have to be a big hole, just big enough to get our floral wire in. There will be some leftover glue that you'll have to pierce the hole through on the bottom. Then curl out the little leaves. Do this to all of them before moving on. Then take a thin floral wire and curl the tip to all of them. Next, string them into the green bottom leaves and add glue onto the bottom of the flower and add it to the top. Because the flowers are so tiny, the hot glue catches both the yellow center and the blue flower bottoms. Do the same thing to the rest of the blue flowers you have. Next, we're doing the buds without the flowers. This is optional, but I have a couple where I don't add the blue flowers on top, just close up the top leaves. Then you could floral tape them in increments. I like to floral tape a few on their own separately, and floral tape them in groups of 2 to 3 also works. I also made a couple in blush color. I saw some real ones that come in pink, so try making them in this color as well. Next, we will also cut out the side leaves in green cardstock paper, and you can do 2 to 3 per stem, and shape them by folding down the middle and curling the tips out. Then at the end, you could group all the flowers together, going down a longer stem with these side leaves as well. They would pair well in bouquets, and I always love little details that really brings the bouquets together nicely. Next part is optional, but I will now add these to decorate a graduation cap. I have this class of 2024 lettered template for free linked below the video. I would say use white vinyl or any other color you like in vinyl. I happen to not have enough of the white vinyl, so I just cut it out with white cardstock paper. The vinyl would be much easier though, but since I used this paper, I also had to glue it on the cap. I also have a few other videos showing you different ways to decorate the graduation cap. I really liked the paper bougainvillea one that I'll be linking below. Once you have the words on the cap, add some flowers separately without the stems. Then I made 2 stems of these flowers and shaping the stems into a letter V and added a ribbon on the bottom of the stem. Then I took some small black paper and used that to glue down my stems in between. Try making other paper flowers to help decorate your graduation cap, but I definitely felt the forget-me-not flowers felt perfect as students graduate this year. Please like this video below and subscribe. Thank you for watching.